A very nice day for good evening, everyone. This is Felix. This is Plan B Express and to tonight's interactions and crypto opportunity, and of course, talking about the risk associated in crypto and mindset we need to build around crypto. And some persons, of course, you're coming. If you just joining crypto, it's a nice time for you now because you're coming at the very right time. And for those of you who have started a few months back or last year, and of course, it looks like you come at the very wrong time because you perhaps might have bought the top, and now you are struggling to sell the deep. So, you know, but I just want to show us something very importantly, and so that we don't just get panic unnecessarily in the market, but of course to understand that risk are associated when it has to do with cryptocurrency. And those of us who are very new understand that the market is not yet over in terms of bottom out, as it were. We cannot really say this is where market is now, and you're going to have a lot of speculations, right? And people will speculate, tell you X, Y, Z, and so many things they will tell you. But the truth is that I always tell friends, you do not need to have any emotion, attached to the market. Market is going to behave the way it ought to be, and so either you like it or not. Yeah, we will have those issues around crypto and the market. And I've said this time without number that you don't separate crypto from the stock market. Yeah, I trade stock a lot, both local and international stocks. And I just discovered you cannot separate the same pattern I maintain. And just like every journey of altcoins, right, have been propelled either up or down by Bitcoin movement. Okay. So either we like it or not, completely call from yesterday. Okay. So we will need to see how to erase emotion from our system or our markets. Then you can work the best strategy. All right. So let me just go by. So risk is one of the major sweet aspects of business. Risk is a must and it's there. It cannot be taken away. It will continue to be there. And that's what makes you daring and adventurous and able to arrive at something meaningful eventually. And people like, oh, how did you do it? And so you can see that the recent thing that happened in the crypto space made a whole lot of people have. I was listening to Vitalik yesterday. He just tweeted, and I'm no longer a billionaire. Wow, and one of my friends sent a message to me yesterday that his portfolio, he lost about $700,000 from his portfolio. Perhaps his portfolio, I'm not sure his portfolio is more than $2 million. And so he lost $700,000. And it's part of it. And that's why I tell people the risk dynamics in crypto. So risk is a must. Some you will lose money to Ponzi scheme that you may think you want to take advantage of them, and then they flush you out. And so you can rule it out. But we always tell people it's better you lose by loss than to lose by miss, because if you miss opportunity, it has a lot of effect on you, because psychologically you may not recover from the loss. And then if you lose by loss, you can always recover. All right. And we not see the game that's playing out in our this guy Luna. So let me just go and then if I can share my page here. All right. And so everybody can take personal responsibility. I've said it time with the number in one of our training yesterday or on Saturday, and I talked about personal responsibility. If you cannot take responsibility, forget about it. You cannot achieve anything We call something passive income in crypto. What we actually call passive is it carry responsibility. So if you want to be passive, you have to be responsible because market is going to toast you here and there. And then you perhaps like, oh, I just want to be passive, but you're not going to achieve anything being passive, not being involved. So your passive will need certain level of active. And I've told us time without number, you don't give your money to third party to trade for you and don't expect a pure, non, level of cheating will be there to an extent. Right? We see the game that has been played out, in Terra Luna. So let me just go over here. I wish I can. Yeah, I think I was saying a lot of things are happening around Terra Luna. Yeah, so let's go and check this. Never mind, I do a lot of research, so my window can become congested. So from this tab to this tab, the behind everything in crypto is more of research, and so I expect right to do more of review and following up with certain sentiment. So, and I've told us politics is part of the game in the crypto space, and we're being tossed around by whales. And so a whales care less about your emotion. And so you just need to be strategic by yourself. You could see that what I told friends is this. When it has to do with crypto, um, when you buy into a coin, even though it's now late looking so fragile, getting more disastrous, and you run away. Most coins that people have abandoned or probably not looking at, exactly that have dangerous experience like Terra Luna. I always love to go there because I know that it has a good means of giving enough money to people if you can pay rapt attention. You can agree with me that within the last whatever you can see now, it's just like the guy just went up and created a different pattern entirely. Yeah. And you can see insane money now being made in Terra Luna. But of course, it now like abandoned the previous time, having gone zero, not even bottom out, having gone zero. Whatever was preferable anyway, and I'm not doing technical analysis for you guys. All right, so let me just go now. All right, okay, yes, let's go. So I told you guys the best for me on this guy. It has forgotten the previous time, and the politics that is going on there will not make you to abandon it and run away from it. There is no point. Yeah, there is no point abandoning it and run away because it has created a different dimension. Let me just use some trading view, check it properly here. All right, sorry. Oh my God. Okay, one more time frame. Okay, so the excessive dump of the coin, as it were, yeah, is just practically telling you that, you know what? Yeah, I'm preparing to return, even though it's like fake, okay? Yeah, it's telling you I'm preparing to return and claim back. The point is this is sentiment. You remember last week we went up to as high as this, 5-7 something. That was crazy, right? And then so are there chances that we could go back to where we were last week for this coin entering week? coupled with the movement in the markets, very, very, very possible. To what? To 305, 3057 that we were last week before it came down. But even before then, you could have it right back up. I'm not doing too much technical analysis because what we're doing here is terrible risk we're taking, okay? So don't get it twisted. I'm taking a very wicked risk, so just understand that. There is nothing too technical here with this guy, unless you have been in that part before of the market to be applying certain sentiment. So, but this is the point. What my strategy on Terra, yeah, of course, I bought some good volume. Remember last week, or 2 weeks ago, we bought a lot of volumes, and at 404, and it has reluctantly not getting down to 4 zeros again. It rather went down to was it 3010 something? Let me check 4 hours time frame. Yeah, it rather went down to, yeah, come on. Sorry about that. Okay, never bother about that. But the point there is that everything I'm telling you about this coin now, please listen to me. It's not a financial advice, okay? I take risk a lot, but there are times I take risk. It can be a good time of taking such risk. So what we did last 2 weeks to our board into Terra Luna was a very big risk, but it was a rewarding risk whatsoever. And so now the question is this: if I buy Terra now, somebody will want to ask me at what price will I sell it? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you at what price you sell. I know people I can tell that. But the point is that if you buy Terra Luna right now, and from now till tomorrow, from now till Wednesday, and it give you another 100%, I don't think it's too bad for you to sell and take your money and take small profit added to it. So unlike us that were able to do like 8x, 10x, I think 14x, right? Like 1,400% in less than 24 hours. So it wasn't wrong, because when I told everybody, you know what, just take your money and some profit. Some could just sell half of their coin. And imagine, people expected me to say, hey, now that it has come down to 10, that's 3010, it's expected of you to buy. No, I was not going to say that. But people were smart enough, were able to buy, and then they write back, imagine, from 10 cents or that 3010 to I think it went up to 3021 or something. So that's already 100%. And then you could sell again. So it's a way, way, way much good for me now to even face Terra and begin to scalp it. You're going to make a lot of money. It's not going to give you trouble to be doing maybe 10 to 30% at every trade interval, maybe one, or at least 8 hours. You can do pure 10 to 30%, as it were. So is Felix advising you to buy into Terra? No, but I'm just telling you, if you're smart enough, you can take advantage of Terra now to make some money. And those of us who are using tree commerce, it was easy for me to just set my boat and go away. And now the pattern I use in setting my boat, of course, I was not going to tell you, because it has to be that if you're there, you're setting it up. And then I allocated those of you who are on private mentorship or who have attended the training, special training on how to set your trade commerce to maximize both the bear market, the sideways movement, and at the same time, the bullish uptrend. And then so I combined all the trade strategy and put in one, and then attack the market. So then I separated some to be taking profit in Terra and then taking profit in USDT. So that's a kind of cross-edging. If the markets flop eventually, I will have some USDT that I've made enough. And whatever flop, I can allow it to be after whatever, and let us see what happened to the ecosystem of Terra. Yeah, we may say it's going to be rocked down, and we may have a different version eventually. So, but the point is this: it to become an instrument for you now that a wave of activity, so much noise around it, will propel some people say, let me just FOMO in. Some will say, no, I can't FOMO in. Some will look at it when it's getting out of hand to tell you, man, I think it's high time I just FOMO in, and then so that I can be able to make some money out of it. Okay, so for that's about the risk and the politics around. I was reading Coinbase Cloud, remove Terra from their services. They were not going to support Terra any longer for whatever. So that ordinarily should have caused Terra not to do that spike it did today. But we're having another information about burning the coin to an extent, and those are sentiment and rumor that could propel again to. So, but be very careful when you buy and it has given enough profit. It's never bad you take profit from the table, because whoever take the profit from the table never go broke, and that's most important thing you must do. If you're trading on Terra right now, you have to be protective and defensive over your money, rather than just an open system of trading, as it were, for Terra. Yeah, so I want to do something. Now, what exactly are we looking at or expecting in the market? I was going through the market the other time and I look at it. This is what I told us sometime. Right, I was expecting markets to, I think, on private membership, if you're a private membership and you're not going through the update, emergency update I did there. I was telling people, I said, people have said market has bottomed out. No, that's not true. And if you look at it, so if you look at it logically, um, if you're used to technical analysis and talking about the fear and greed index, and okay, now, yeah, that for the market to recover, we have to have a kind of long stay down here in the region of, in the region of, where are you? Okay, we have to have in the region of something like this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, something. So we ought to maintain more kind of, maintain more kind of long time range from here to $31,000 for a very long time, for maybe a few days, few weeks, and then we can take it back up. And of course, we said we have to break above 47,800 or 48,400 for you to say the market has turned around, but it's very, very unlikely. All right. So what do you expect? For me, we're talking about to people in private membership. I told them, I said, what I expect in the market is to have something like this, and then to maybe 34 to 36K, and then within, bam, we can come down. And so breaking this line, so once below 49, of course, we said there is no structure down here. Rather, we have more good structure, range of 14K or so. So 19K is a very strong structure, as it were. So, but the point is that are we just being very totally convinced that we're going down more? Yeah, the chances are there for more down than up. So then what should I do? Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do because everyone now asking me what to do in the market. And I think, yeah, if you are a newcomer, I will always say you have to settle down. Don't be in a haste to go into the market right now. So, but old time person asking me what to do now, well, I don't think it's important because that means you do not really have a pattern you use in your trade. And because there is no volume to back up a strength in jumping up. Yeah, the market could do kind like I told you, 33, 4, 5, possibly 36K, and then we have it down. And we continue the journey. And as of this time, I don't need to expose myself. Like I open a long position, I've closed part of it, and then remaining some there. If within few days we get up to 36K, and so from 35, I will exit my trade again and probably go short. I'm not asking you to do that. And now, but the best for me is that my boat's already engaged in buying this, buy low, sell high, and just been accumulating. So till we go down to my last this year is at that 14K or the other one 9K, So whatever thing. So I know many of you are new and you come into cryptocurrency fresh now. You may want to ask me, Felix, what exactly am I expected to do now? Very simple. We have different staking platforms, just like you have Midas, and a lot of you, like this is Midas, for instance. It has so many coins that you can stake, right? Midas coin itself, you can see that the guy have been so strong and tough, not to break down entirely. I think somebody was asking me the other time, either is to sell and buy back, and I told the person, wait until I confirm some stuff. And I think I've not gotten back to that fellow. So imagine if he has sold, I think, to Midas was about $17 that day, and then Midas make a return. Now, one of the good things about this is in the bear market, when you don't know what to do, you have to go to DeFi project or staking liquidity project, whereby you can have, imagine if you have your BUSD, if you convert your money in BUSD or USDT, and you could actually stake it and making money in Midas. So they pay you in Midas and you have your money stay and station should there be need for you to buy the bottom when it comes. Please be very careful. Not many persons who are waiting for the bottom actually buy at the bottom. I've seen it. Very many persons, when the bottom happened, they say, no, it's not true. The game is not over yet. Just the same way when many people will tell you the top it has not come and we're still going to go more. And I think what's happened to people last year, 2021, we have a lot of news, rumor everywhere. Bitcoin is going to hit 100,000. It's going to reach 100,000. And that was why people missed out. And some people are looking at, oh my God. So it actually you just need to pattern yourself. So you move conditions, and like I have three-way traffic, for instance, we stake coins on different projects or platforms like Drip Network, right? And then in the PG Bank of Drip Network, then harvest some money, bring it in stable coin, and put it in staking platform like Midas, Bitrue Exchange, Binance itself. I don't do fancy staking on Binance, though I have a lot of staking on Binance, but I rather have to do decentralized staking, just like on the connected to my MetaMask wallet and then stake it. And I think I hope everybody will, if you're a private membership and you do not stake cake, on the pancake swap, I think you're doing yourself a lot of disfavor because you have as well accumulate enough cake, before the next bull run. And so there are things that does not really require your wasted energy to put everything in your head, about to um, want to trade by force. You have to be very logical in your trading strategy so that you can make money and preserve your digital asset. Okay, and so guys, I was talking about trade commerce. I will still tell you, if you're on trade commerce and you've abandoned your trade commerce, you're expired, your subscription is expired, well, I will encourage you to go back there and and get it reactivated, and then do your subscriptions, and so that you can make use of your trade commerce effectively. Now, for those of you who are new, you may want to ask me, hey, Felix, which coin should I buy right now? I don't suggest coin to buy for you, but this is a point. If we check some coins now, let me look at, if we look at some things happening around Cardano, Matic, and Eve now, something drastic will happen in them within few days or few weeks. Let me look at it here. Where is this? Cardano. Okay. So can you see something? Okay, sorry. Between this is for scalper. Sorry, this is not for, if these people are for scalping. If it's for scalping, it's like it's a good deal for you, but not for. So let me check here. Okay. Good. So you don't get confused about it. To just kind of short-term bull, and then we buy back down here. So, but give and take, Cardano, if you are scared of anything now, I think Cardano has not really have a dangerous, excessive pump, as it were. So you can say, okay, let me buy some Cardano. Look at what you can do. If Cardano have what we call a relief rally, you're somewhere here. Oh. So please don't trade because you just want to trade. Trade because you understand what you're doing. Here, one at 18%, and then 40%. Okay, so if you're using both, Cardano could have a relief rally back up to 62 cents or even 74 cents at this point. So for me, if I'm trading Cardano now, I would rather trade Cardano with my boat and accumulate it to Cardano coin itself. Or you can just buy some. If you're new, you may want to say, okay, can I buy any coin now? You can buy Cardano and watch what happens in the next 1-2 weeks. But please take note that Bitcoin is able to have a relief rally up to 34.56. Okay, then Cardano have chances of doing, maybe up to 30-40% within few days or few weeks, as it were. So you can say, okay, now you may say, somebody may say it's not too risky to buy into Cardano. There's nothing that's not risky, because if you say that, it's like you're saying there was nothing risky associated with somebody buying Terra Luna at that time and holding it. So, but saw what happened to it. But to an extent, it it's great, and then you can still go ahead. So if you're new and I know if you're new, you don't know what to do now, you may want to just say, which coin should I buy? Then it may be interesting for you to buy Cardano. Then the same thing to Matic. Okay, so I'm just doing this for the sake of people who are new. Okay. Okay, so Matic, and there's so many fundamentals around Matic. All right. you can see Matic had been really delayed within this region. And so we could have a rally up. Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised to see Matic rally back up to 90, 97 cent, up to $1.03 as well. So now if you buy Matic, right, and then you can ride it on, you can ride Matic to that extent, that's almost 60, 70% in the bear market. And so I'd rather go for Matic right now than some other funny coins that are in the market. Let me look at this somewhere here. So is Felix telling you to buy Matic? Maybe yes, maybe no. Yeah. Maybe yes, maybe no. Let me just check something on Matic here. You know, I have no business with Matic as it were. So, okay. So you can see Matic. Okay, so you may ask me, what if you don't? No problem. You don't bother yourself. But can we have rally up back to $1? Very, very possible. Can it come down to more 50 cent or 38 cent? Very possible. But relief rally can go back up to $1 or something. And so if I take Matic and buy, and then I can sell some to make some money, and especially if Bitcoin, you know, continue the downtrend, which is more likely, okay, after a relief rally for Bitcoin. Yeah, so let me go here. Okay, Ave was creating kind of social media stuff. There's so many updates on Ave. Let me check what it's doing. Ave. All right, Ave. And I hope if you are in our community, you are jogging with jogging app. You're jogging with the jogging app, Sweatcoin, and right, and GMT app, stuff like that. So Ave, right? I was reading some update on Ave, though, even though there's no volume, but can have a kind of return over to for Ave, so 90 something dollars right now. Can we go back to $150? Very possible. All right, but should I buy? Of course, if you're coming in and you do not have enough money, it'd rather be you put your money in Cardano and Matic, and so that since their prices are still very cheap, as it were. All right, so guys, that's just the basic. And so please, for those of us who are new to crypto, help yourself out, learn the basic. And I've always said you need MetaMask wallet. Very, very important. You need MetaMask wallet. Then you need exchange platform like Binance. And then those of you who are in our forum, you don't have LA token. I think it's important. I've sent people to open LA token for a very long time because of, not only because of maybe Zinicoin. You can see I did 3x on Zinicoin in 1 week, something like that. Now, some people will ask me, hey, why don't you tell me where you're buying Zinic? No, I was not going to tell you because the basic is what you need. Just learn. And then sometimes some coins will have bought, they dump, you know, you run away. Now I follow them and I see when they bottom out, and then I take them, especially when there's some fundamental. So you can see, imagine you're doing 200%, 300% in less than 1 week or in just 1 week period on a coin that as if it has dumped so crazily, and then you ride it back to make a lot of money. So when you make such money, what do you do? If it's a reasonable money, you can just convert it to the stable coin and get it locked up somewhere on the staking, and then you continue your business. So one of the advantages is when you keep some money in the staking, in a stable coin and it's in staking, anytime you need money, you can just go there and then pick any amount you want and continue. Because one of the worst thing anybody who is a business person in crypto is that without planning for yourself, every time you need of money, even at the deep markets, you're selling an asset can be very painful. So you have to plan for things ahead of time. And so you can see somebody want to ask me, should I actually buy this guy now, Zinc? Well, I've sold. I sold at 30 cents. I think it was on Saturday in the training, and I told some people how I say I'm selling, and I think I bought back at about I think about 19 cents. I was telling them 19. That's very possible for us to go 19, and so 19 cents something or 20 cents thereabout. And but I've not sold that one now, right? And then the dip again back to the 20 cent. So, but of course, this is a fast buy up and all of that. So can we see 45 cents anytime soon? Very likely, especially when the company is now trying to launch a new thing and all of that. Those are the edges and advantage you have when you are in a company, you study them and know where to leverage and take advantage of them. I do that a lot when an asset is going to be pumped, and especially with fundamental information you have about them in a forum where you are doing the business. So it's very simple for me to just leverage on that sentiment and set some market and make some quick cash, and then those cash can be converted to another thing so that I wouldn't be under pressure. Okay, so you can imagine now this coin here right now, 25 cents. So if you go to nomics, let's look at it. I think I posted this on our groups that what matters to you is not the price of it's on the business to know what in the price is, because looking at something at 20 something cent, and then when you come back here, yeah, to coin aggregator, right? Zinc. It's coming. Okay, now you can imagine this is a 12 cent, right? 12 multiplied by 2, that's what 24 cent. So that more than 100% price difference. So what's happening now? I don't care to know what's happening, but I follow the sentiment, and to know that the price was going to go up, even though I checked some technical, stuff. But the most important aspect is that if I didn't have access to insider information or what the company is about to do, because I build business around it, and I'm doing a meeting of the coin, and so this now allow me to abandon the coin I'm minting to the fullest and take advantage of it to the full fledged. Why I can take advantage of all right, the price action now and make some money without touching the asset or the volume I have primarily. So it's quite unfortunate that we are lazy. Like I've said, we don't take responsibility. People find it difficult to take personal responsibility. That's why they could buy a coin. The coin is dipping in their presence. As the coin is dipping under their watch, they do nothing. Some of them get afraid. Oh my God, I'm losing my money. What am I going to do? And all of that. No, you look at it critically. Are there any favorable thing that could happen to this coin? Yeah, okay, let me buy some. That's risk. However, you do some check, and then those check convinces you that, you know what, it's going to surprise you to an extent, so you do that. So imagine 3x within 1 week on the same coin I'm still minting. And then, so even if it's $1,000, 3x is additional $3,000. So what happened? I can sell to half or even 75%, especially because the spike was successful that yesterday. And so there was nothing stopping me not to sell 75% of what I bought. And of course, I can buy back, maybe not even now, because after all the excessive pump, the smart market come down, it will still dump, and then I can buy more, as it were. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have series of opportunity that, the DeFi game, the staking masternode project, just like I showed you in Midas, right? We have Celsius, crypto.com, and so many other platforms, Drip Network, And then even this BS swap, I know everybody, most people in this guy. One of the funniest things is that I have this guy, I stake it, okay? I stake this guy. My board is engaged in trading it. And at the same time, I do a whole lot of things. I do a whole lot of things. So I do a whole lot of things. So you just need to understand what your own pattern and what are you looking for. And so when I give things to people, and maybe some we could buy some, it will dump aggressively, then you cost average, you add up to some volumes, and but be very careful on how you can hold some shit coin too. Even though shit coin now are now shift coin, right? So, but be careful. So maybe what I'm going to do, because there was a platform was supposed to supposed to be launching tomorrow or something, then I ought to have sent it to us to register and wait when they will launch tomorrow. But I can't send to us now. Maybe God give me grace tonight if I'm able to sit down to really decipher to an extent what are they trying to achieve before we can send it on all our groups. So if you are not in our groups, you know, especially on the cash flow system, try and be there. Let me check if I can have some of those links here. I can send on the chat box. So if you're not on our groups, I think it's expedient you try to be there so that you can learn many things. Crypto is big, it's fantastic, but one of the good things about crypto is this: if you can be teachable, right? I tell people, remove foolishness from crypto. You may not achieve anything meaningful, because people who know too much in crypto are not going to go anywhere. Like, I can tell you that. People know too much. If you know too much, forget it. A lot of people they know too much. I've met friends that every time you talk to them about crypto, they begin to judge from afar. No. The worst ignorance is to reject from what you don't know about from afar. So it is important you sit down and listen to people the way they talk, and they talk the way people listen. Okay. Our light on WhatsApp, CSU platform. Okay, I've not really come up with anything on CSU platform. Sorry, I need to post this. Some of this, or sorry, come in everybody. I need to send this to. Okay. Yeah, I will check what's happening on CSU, but maybe talking of updates, or sorry.
Control C to copy.
Oh God. Okay, let's go ahead. So I really want to just send something to you guys. Okay, maybe I'll post it on the video link so that I can congest this. So I'm going to check what the press is talking about on CSU. I don't know if there's anything happening on CSU. Maybe new updates of maybe a countdown. And so we have to, so if there's any countdown, so we have to calm down to know, we have to calm down to know what exactly going on, okay? So what could be going on could be new futures, all right? Maybe a new future is being added. And so if a new future is added, then it will be probably to our own advantage. So, but I wouldn't want to say something that I have not previewed to know what's happening. And so maybe before tomorrow or by tomorrow, I'll get the updates on what's going on about if that's what you're asking about, what's happening on CISU. So I will have to check, right? After now. Okay. So, okay, I think, let me just post this guy here. So, but listen to me, guys, when it has to do with crypto, I've been warning people, you don't claim to know too much. And I can still say categorically, what make people missed out of Shiba Inu was because they know too much and they still use previous knowledge to judge new things. There are things that you can categorically say, no, 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 no. Like some of those platforms that obviously you know that, you know, the way they are practicing their things too centralized and promising heaven on earth and all of that, you can be careful sometimes. But when a project is coming up, maybe with own coin, the dimensions they want to apply to get up, because you can see today, very many projects come up with, please, if you get yourself deleted out of our platform, just know that you're not controlling yourself. We don't control people's behavior. We just expect that everybody is an adult. So if you get yourself off from our platform, just know your behavior was not good enough. Please comport yourself. So, but that's why primarily I tell everybody what you need to face first in the crypto is, first of all, build capacity around yourself, phase buying into coin by yourself, you know, swing coin, buy coin and stake. Like I remember, I don't know how many of you have staked this coin now. Yeah, maybe because you're not. This coin, we bought this coin for a long time and it was cheap, that it was high and it came down drastically. And I think it was one Sunday like that, one of our protege had to call me. No, he had asked me before, okay? He had asked me before, sir, this coin, I want to trade it, or I want to stake, stuff like that. And I told him, let me check, what's the coin all about? I say, you told us to buy it for a very long time. And then what's happening then now, it's like it's a very big thing that won't happen. I'm like, oh, then thereafter, when I checked, I think I just bought more. Then obviously he's asking more questions again, all right? And then I said, okay, since he's asking more questions, so let me quickly just check it on. And then I check it on. You can see now, you can now stake the coin. So when I was checking it on, and I saw that I could just take small one. So I could stake little, I think it was 1 BNB, bought it, and you can see that, I don't know how many days, it was not too long. It has accumulated about 410 because it's 100% APY. And now, okay, you can see that it was not long, 365 days, just 358 days now. So if you, not up to 2 weeks, okay, and so that means 100%. What was take is 10,784. That means you can have additional volume of that. So, but you know, I'm just showing this. Now it's cheap now. Why? If you look at the price of the same coin, you see it has bottomed out crazily. Yeah, where is it? It has really bottomed out because, you know, NFTB. Okay, so you can see the guy was really all right. Invariably, the guy is almost maybe finishing up its bottom, right? And of course, imagine from where it was, let me look at use a week. So it has actually really bottomed out. Can you see? So now, Felix, are you not taking risk here? I'm taking a very big risk. So it's actually bottomed out. Can you see come down? The chances of down cannot be as fast as chances of up, okay? Yeah, the down will be slow now, even when more coins are going down, but the up will be faster. So I'd rather accumulate some coin like this because there are so many fundamentals around it right now. And then imagine riding it back. So look at it. Imagine riding such coin back from where it is now. Yeah, from here. Just imagine long term back to the all-time high. All right, long term to the all-time high. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, let's even go to the body of the candle. 1,700%, that is 17x. Okay, that is 17x. So if I put in, let's say $300, multiplied by 1.7, so that's potential $5,000. So imagine now if such is not kept in staking, and after a year and a half times 2 of it, that's something. So I'm not asking you to buy, but I've bought. If you want to follow me, why not? So, but it's not a financial advice. Okay, so you learn, you diversify. So what we do, that's why you want to do more better, you now need to get on board. Now, those of you who are in Port Harcourt, will make an announcement that we're going to be doing crypto academy training, maybe from next month, June, maybe from the second week or the third week or whatever. So, but we're starting to for new enrollee and maybe newly enrolled people for training in the training room or in the office in Port Harcourt. And so if you're in Port Harcourt and the Everon, you want to get enrolled for physical training and all of that, so you can always just chat out with us, and then we can tell you the modalities and all of those things. Then those of our people online, and please, we beg you, if you are on our forum, be serious with the information. I discovered that sometimes it's when people have made a lot of money on our forum before people jump up to say, oh, when did they post this? Oh, what did they do? So, oh, they did that. Then even when I do voice note and I say, hey, it's like these people thought I have the luxury of time to just be talking and talking. It's not there, but it's just a sacrifice. But I will appreciate it when we make use of it and make a lot of money. But please don't rule it out that we can lose money. We lose money a lot, on so many platforms. But what you do is that you make sure your money making is more than your money loss. So your money making is more than your money loss. It can swallow your loss. And so that's it. Okay. All right. So yeah, so let me check more questions. If you have any question, you can type in this something. Coin to look for which exchanger can it be formed? All right, so you need learning, okay. So when you are getting a coin, which exchange will you get it? So go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko and you check. That's what CoinMarketCap or Coin Aggregator do for you, okay? That's why I will tell you guys, so enroll in Planb Academy, you learn more detail on how to go about this thing. So when you want to get a coin, where is it being sold, bought, go to the Coin Aggregator, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, Nomics, they are coin aggregators. So you go there, type it, and then you can get information about the coin. You can get a website, you can get a price, you can get so many historical data about the coin, you can see the exchange platform where it's being traded and all of that. So that's what you do. Somebody say, please, any info on two platforms, sir? No. They say we should wait. We're waiting. So, but for me, my own is on provision for bad debt. Yeah, they say we should wait. So we're waiting. So a lot of people are giving so much hope. Yeah, it has happened like that before. And I don't know which one to believe anyway. That it has happened like that before. So we should wait. So we're waiting. And let's wait. We're waiting. So, but when something start having issues with withdrawal, that's a red flag, So, but we're waiting and let's see. So it's not good to be pessimistic anyway, but one thing is this, why I could cope with disappointment most time is that I expect disappointment. So when it happens, I don't feel bugged so much. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, any more question, anyone? Yeah. No question. So those of you guys who have, okay, so please Physical training in Port Harcourt, can we have clue of the modalities to enroll, sir? Yeah, the modalities are going to be prepared and we will make announcement and then we'll tell you what is involved, of course, in all of the training. So all the modalities are going to be presented on our forum, both on the Telegram and the WhatsApp forum. So you get that when it's ready, we'll post it. Yeah. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's so important. So, if you're on, I'm sure those of us who are on drip garden, drip faucet, and all of that. I remember how many years back. Oh, okay, sorry, beginning of this year when drip coin was all-time high of 164 or 165, 169, and I said people who were lucky to be in drip when the price was $6.7 that they were lucky. And somebody said, oh my God, I pray the coin can come down there and I get more. And now when I said the price was going to come to $19, it's also unbelievable because it was at 60-something dollars that time. And now it got to $30 and got stuck there. But I was not convinced that it was going to stock and return from $30. Just like what BTC is doing now, I'm not convinced that the return of Bitcoin is going to be from 30K. Yeah, it can have a really rally off, but that's not come down. It's not possible. We have more strength down than strength up. So it's like just like the same pattern, BTC now. 19K is so much very much sure. So blow below and then break below 19K, then you can so much confidence that, okay, 14K is very certain, and don't put the trigger on my head if it doesn't work that way. So, but you always prepare your pattern, okay? And then 12K, oh, why not? 9K, why not? If it can come to 6K, that'll make a lot of sense for us. And so it's going to help us. So, but I can tell you, seriously speaking, if BTC come down to 9K today, people are making noise and making mad, I'm going to buy more volume, they will run away. That's the truth. That's the same thing happening on Drip Network now. The drip had come down and give discount to a lot of people, but people have run away. Now, I can tell you, maybe it is when drip go back to 70 bucks, 100 bucks, you have a lot of people want to do drip. But these are people who will have used 100 bucks to get 10 drip, probably maybe at $10 each. They're not going to do that. These are people who can use $200 to have 20 drip. They're not going to do that. Okay, the PG band, like the plant, now, $1,000 can give you very much volume, right? But oh man, it has crashed. What happened to people who bought plant? You can imagine somebody who has how many plant? Okay, let's say somebody who have how many plant? Somebody who have like 13,000 plants. Yeah, look at it. 13, or let's say 14,000 plant. 14,000 plant, and of course, definitely people come in when it was $12. Multiplied by $12. Come on, $168,000. But how much is planned now? Maybe 10 cents or 9 cents. So 0.09 multiplied by 14,000. Come on, $1,260. So what somebody will have probably have spent 100,000 plus above for, you are using just $1,200. But yet people will complain that, are you sure it's going to go up? Nothing is sure, nothing is real, nothing is certain outside the word of God. Every other thing is temporal. And what you're doing is speculations. So you're just being speculative, right? And probability, but you are taking, oh, there are higher chances, right? PG Bank is there now, and then I don't know how much AFP had dropped to now, but I was saying I'm just waiting for it at $150. What if it comes to 100 bucks? That's a good advantage, right? Now people are not going to be part of it. Now it's probably when they see maybe PG Bank, maybe at 500 bucks or 1,000 bucks, and then everybody want to buy into PG Bank and all of that. Like the Shizu somebody asked question about. We bought into Shizu since last year, December. And I told everybody just register, don't fund. Later, I told everybody just fund. But I've cautioned myself not to talk about do minimum. Do as your capacity carries, because Do minimum was what made a lot of people to miss out of the bags of Shiba Inu they will have carried. I just told them, just do minimum of like, at least make sure you have 10 billion Shiba. That was my instruction. And assuming that I told some people that buy as much as you can buy. I know people will have bought 100, is a 100 billion Shiba. I know how many people will have bought that. And 100 billion Shiba at that time wouldn't cost them up to $1,500. Because, yeah, 100 billion Shiba, because $200 could buy 10 billion, right? So 100 billion Shiba was not going to cost more than $1,000. That's crazy, right? So imagine if I had allowed, and I know people will have just crazily put $5,000. So that means 100 billion, that will have been 500 billion Shiba. Come on. 500 billion Shiba, man. So when 1 billion got to 88K, right? So 10 billion got to 880K, almost $1 million. So that will have been multiplied by how many? 100 billion Shiba. Huh? So come on. That's multiplied by 10. Right? So 880K multiplied by 10. You know what it means? So sometime just take the risk and stand by it. So whatever happens, you take it on. And so that's just how it is. So please, if you are new tonight, I encourage you, just be on it. You can be on our free forum. You'll be learning literally too, you can learn. But of course, if you want to fast, if you want to move and you want to be committed, of course, you need to get enrolled. Some of our platform, the private mentorship, $5,000, and it's one-off. So, but Be With Me, it's $1,500 every year. And of course, you're expected to have learned basic things, how to navigate Exchange. So we don't come to teach you that on Be With Me. And so you got to know how to do all of those things. And then if you do not know, then you have to get enrolled, on the academy. And so basic is $100, 150, 150, 300, or 500 and $1,000 as it were. So, and please, when information come, act on them, and then so that you can leverage, and always take responsibility to check your market eventually to know what's happening. You can make a lot of money. So when you make some money, you reserve some so that eventually you can have some tentacles of coin you can forget. Some you buy into some pre-sales and you can forget it for as long as possible. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I think we've done justice to a lot of things, and so you can finish everything in one day. So the longer you kept doing this, the more saturated your brain may become. But the point is that if you get it gradual, then you can do a whole lot of things. My name again is Medas Jimo. I am your friend. And then Plan B, together we rise. So ladies and gentlemen,